Good morning, everyone. Welcome to our daily word this morning. It is Monday morning, a beautiful Monday morning. Weston is hanging out with me today.
Again?
Say good morning.
Again?
Again, yes. Say good morning. You're not going to do it. Okay. As always, we're grateful that you choose to be with us and spend some days time with us on this day.
Why?
I'm going to light my Christ candle and invite the presence of the Holy Spirit to be with me, and we'll blow it out when we're done. So, I've chosen for our text Hebrews 12, verse 1, and it says this: Therefore, since we also have such a great cloud of witnesses surrounding us, let us lay aside every hindrance and the sin that so easily ensnares us. Let us run with endurance the race that lies before us. So I chose this text because I've been thinking a lot about what I had to say yesterday about benchmarks and about people and what benchmarks look like. I got a lot of interesting feedback from the sermon yesterday. Most of it good, not all of it, but most of it good. Feedback about the sermon and how it kind of fits for us. So I've been thinking about that since yesterday, and then this text, this large cloud of witnesses surrounding us. So I was thinking about, I mentioned one witness yesterday. I mentioned Don Chateau. I think about him a lot. We had a great relationship, and we had a lot of fun and shared a lot of jokes together. But he was also very serious with me about wearing that cross. And I was very sure to wear it the day of his funeral. A cloud of witnesses. About, well, there are lots of witnesses, not only in this place, because we can name them, witnesses in this place. I can go almost pew by pew by pew and name witnesses, but I can also name them, all the places in my life that I mentioned yesterday, Epworth and Camp Wesley and Lakeside. I can name names of all these clouds of witnesses who've gone before, who surround us in life. They are too, part of the benchmarks that I find myself that I go to when I need assurance or when I need guidance or whatever that looks like. Here's the thing about all of that. We have to lay aside every hindrance and sin that so easily ensnares us, run with endurance the race that lies before us. I don't think it helps us to ignore the struggle, but we also can't let it derail our journey. We can't let any of that decide that we're going to stop becoming who God has called us to be. The race marked out for us is still ahead. The witnesses that we have in our lives are cheering us on, and what we have is still in reach of us. Shake off whatever is weighing us down, and we should keep running towards everything that God has planned for us. Yesterday, I had a conversation with a person talking about my leg and his offer to help me do things, which I really appreciated. And I said, I was an athlete, not a great athlete, but an athlete for too long. Should have quit long before I did, and I'm paying the price for it. He said, "How old are you now?" And I said, 62. He looked at me and said, "You don't look a day over," and he paused for a second, and then he said, 61. I'm like, oh, darn, I thought he was going to say something better. But, run with endurance the race that lies before us. That's what we're called to, no matter where we are, no matter our age, whether we look 61 or 81 or 41 or 6, doesn't matter. Hebrews says, run the race, because we're surrounded by a great cloud of witnesses that just go before us. And so we shouldn't let the things in life that get us down, the struggles, the sin, the worry, the fear, we shouldn't do that. It says, lay aside every hindrance and things that so easily ensnare us. And so, as we begin a new week, I think that's a good challenge for us on Monday as we begin the week. To not get ensnared by all of that, to not be hindered by sin, but instead run the race with endurance.
Yes.
That's what we're called to. Late last night, I got a text message from a person. The number wasn't saved in my phone, and it said, just checking in. I know it's late. Just checking in to see how you're doing. And I'm like, who is that? And I thought for a long time until this morning that the way the text message started, I realized who it was. And so I texted him back this morning, and I said, I'm okay. How are you? He said, you know I'm okay, but you're okay. But how okay are you really? And so I said this very thing. Look, I'm as okay as I am, and I struggle, but there's much to do. The race that lies before us.
Wait, who texted
So,
you?
Richard from the campground. Remember Richard and Constance?
Oh, yeah.
Yeah, you know them. So, anyway, thanks for joining me this morning. Thanks for joining Weston and I. As always, know of God's love that surrounds you. Know of my love for you. And I'll see you tomorrow morning at 10 o'clock. Have a great day.